All right.
We're
check,
good?
check, 1, 2. Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
yes, here we go. Welcome back. Episode 15.
Episode 15.
15, we're here. Time's
Where's the
flying.
bar talk, baby? Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh.
It's good to be back.
Wow, it's actually really good.
This is actually really good.
I didn't think I was going to like it.
Happy
honestly.
Oct2berfest.
Happy Oct2berfest. So, in the spirit of October, we are drinking Oct2berfest by Two Roads. They're out in Stratford. I don't know if we've done a Two Roads on the podcast yet.
We might have.
We might have, but it might have been a pre-one.
It could have been our test runs.
I don't know. Either way.
I think we did a Two Roads though.
We might have.
But there's just so many different drinks.
Yeah, there's so many. That's all right. Shout out to Two Roads. They come out of Stratford. It's a Marzen-style lager, which I looked it up. It was originated in Bavaria, which is a German state, because I had to look it up because I didn't know.
Right.
But apparently this style lager, they brew it in March, which Marzen stands for March in German, I guess. They brew it in March, and they tap it in October, and they serve it in Oct2berfest. Obviously the real one.
Mm-hmm.
So, cheers to Oct2berfest.
And Marzen, baby. It's pretty good though.
But you said you wanted to get into a fun fact real quick. You wanted to just give a shout out to, I don't know.
Oh yeah, real quick. This is just something that I came across on Reddit, you know. When you're scrolling through your phone.
Big scrolls, big scrolls.
Late night. Today I learned, I'm actually going to shout this guy out, I'm not going to shout you, I don't know what this is. Today I learned that drinking OJ after brushing your teeth tastes bad because of a foaming ingredient in toothpaste, which blocks your ability to taste sweetness, and you're left with that pure acidity and bitterness of the fruit. But there's also a top comment, right? So I didn't know that it was from that chemical.
Yeah, I just figured the two didn't work.
Yeah. There's this the foaming ingredient. I actually know this is called SLS. Okay. Because it actually causes canker sores, which I'm very prone to.
Yeah.
They're really painful.
Hate those.
So my thing lately has been using toothpaste without that shit, the SLS shit.
Yeah. Oh, so there's toothpaste that says no SLS in it?
Yeah, because it's I don't know what, something about it causes canker sores, which
fuck canker sores.
You know how those go.
I had 2 back to back, like just a month ago or something. That shit was awful.
I don't approve. But usually I just take some salt, pure salt. Some people do salt water. Yeah. I'll just take salt.
Oh, you're a wild man.
And I start
that starts to hurt.
I'm not gonna lie, I'll be crying.
Yeah,
I'll
definitely
be fully
some tears.
crying.
Definitely some tears.
Full of tears, yeah.
Yeah.
So this top comment though, the Limey Canuck. He goes, I forgot the name of it, but there is another liquid which does the opposite, making even pure vinegar taste like sugar water. Oh, he actually did an update. It's called Miraculin? Miraculin, maybe?
Ooh, that sounds like a nice
name. We'll have to look
name.
it up. But can you imagine that, though, too?
Hell yeah, I'm about to just get some Miraculin all the time, so everything tastes fucking amazing.
That's dangerous.
Yeah,
that's gotta be dangerous.
Probably, right?
Who knows?
Just start drinking vinegar.
Yeah, imagine.
Damn, I don't know about that action I just did.
Yeah,
oh well. So you had a Would You Rather? That was a good one?
Oh yeah, Would You Rather too. We're prepared today.
Yeah.
We're prepared with a few things.
Let's go.
Would you rather have 2 sets of twins or quadruplets?
Quadruplets.
I'm picking
Bang it all out.
I'm picking quadruplets too.
Bang it out at once. Just do a hard grind for 18 years, and that's it. Fuck that. Well, depends. I mean,
I think it depends. If the 2 sets of twins could be different ages, I think that's the biggest factor.
Yeah. I don't know. Because you could have 2 twins now, and then 5 years later have another set of twins. That's tough. Then you got like 5-year-olds and another set of twins. Like, that's stress.
Right.
Like, let's just bang it out all at once. Damn, imagine being a stay-at-home dad.
Stay-at-home dad?
Quadruplets.
Well, what kind of car would you have? You'd have to get a minivan.
Oh, a minivan.
You'd have to.
You'd have to. But, like, once those 18 years are done, or 20, or 24, 25, you're good to go.
Yeah, just give them one of these.
Yeah, just see you guys later.
Peace.
Did my time. Going to Florida. I'm out.
Quick, half $500,000 in college tuition. Right?
Yeah, no. That's gotta be so
probably
tough,
$1 million
though.
by then.
I can't even imagine. I mean, raising one kid, that's like manageable, but like not for me right now. But I'm just saying. But like if somebody's like, "Yo, I'm having quadruplets," I'd be like, "Yo, good luck, brother."
Do you know how the rest? Do you know what comes after quadruplets? I pulled up a chart.
Quintuplets. Was that right?
Yeah.
Hey.
Quintuplets.
What's
6 is sextuplets.
7
septuplets.
And then 8, it's got to be octuplets. Octuplets.
Octuplets.
Yeah.
And
Dude,
then
imagine having 8. Remember that? Octomom? Remember that?
Octomom was the thing, huh?
Yeah.
Whoa, I gotta look
8
that up.
kids at once.
Octomom.
That's
When was it?
crazy.
When
yeah,
was
no,
that?
that had to be 2011.
The first article on
2010?
Google, the Octomom has proved us wrong. Oh my God, they're all grown. Look at this picture.
Oh my god, that looks like pure chaos.
That
No, I'm not with none of that.
not at all.
Adoption babies. See y'all later. Wait, is that fucked up?
Adopting all 8 of them?
No, I'm saying if you
Giving
put them
them
up
up?
for adoption. What's the Octomom? Wait, what's the Octomom net worth? Is that even a thing?
That's actually true. She has a net worth of $1 million? Or is that a negative? That's gotta be $1 million.
I don't
That
know.
looks like that almost looked like a minus.
Yeah, that says.
That's
Yeah,
a
no,
mi-
it is
that-
minus.
That's a minus.
How you gonna be? She's already in debt, $1 million, just off rip.
Don't have 8 kids.
Yeah, no, off rip in debt, $1 million. They say it takes like $250,000 to raise one kid, like successfully all the way through college.
Fully believe that. Quarter? I thought.
Like,
it'd
and that's
be-
like bare minimum. Like that's like minimum.
I thought it'd be like a full million.
It probably is, but that's like I think that's like survival. Like
Yeah.
you got holes in your shoes
And
and shit.
then you have to adjust for inflation too. That's probably what it does too. You know?
That's a lot of fucking money.
Damn.
Big bag on me.
Octomom's in debt, huh?
So we're basically all worth $1 million. Like once we hit 18,
It's got to be something like
like
that.
we've been invested in like $1 million.
Oh yeah. And it's, dude, if you were a quadruplet though, think about their birthdays and like Christmas and shit.
Oh yeah, no.
That shit's got to be hectic.
Yeah, that's a one gift. That's a one gift each.
It's
Like,
one.
yo, you got one gift. That's it.
Or y'all get the same one. Everyone gets a laptop
Yeah.
battery.
Everybody gets a. I don't have college tuitions for you. I got laptop batteries. Dude, I honestly don't like
Wait.
that episode of The Office. That's like one of my least favorites.
That Redskins thing today was actually crazy. I can't remember. Do you remember off the top of your head
What?
the Redskins thing today that we were talking about?
Oh, they signed up for
the United.
the United Way, and every touchdown we get, we send them 100 meals, and we scored no
I'm
touchdowns.
sorry to bring that up, but I thought that was kind of.
Yep, we
Kinda
lost
nuts.
to the Giants 24-3. 0-4, baby. Jay Gruden, fuck yourself. Dan Snyder, fuck yourself. Still wearing my jerseys though. That's it.
Fantasy too. Fantasy football, suck it.
Top.
I'm over
I
for
have
you.
the most points against. Terrible.
Oh, I'm creeping up on it too. We're probably about
But
to be 1 and 2.
I'm 50 points ahead of second place.
Oh, yo, you are. Your
I'm
schedule is.
up there.
I think by the end of the year, I think I'm gonna be right there.
But I got, Melvin Gordon's back. I got 3 of the top 10 projected running backs. So all I need is wide receivers to do their job and Aaron Rodgers to do his fucking job. And that's it.
Yeah, I get that. So with fantasy football, like, if anyone out there is struggling like we are, I'm 1 and 3.
I'm 1 and 3.
I think I'm second to last place.
I think I beat you for my one win.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you snuck that one in.
Yeah, no, it's been a rough start to the year, but I think I'm going to come back. I think I'm going to get the playoffs, even though I'm going to.
I'm very confident in my team. That's why I don't over adjust my team or anything. I don't go crazy with the trades because, like you said, when you traded for Melvin Gordon,
Yeah.
you were thinking in the long term.
I'm thinking long term. See, because what is it, week 5? We're not even halfway through the season yet, and he's coming back.
No. Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah.
even if he doesn't do his job this week, I still have the next week 6 through 17 or I guess it probably with 17 weeks.
Yeah.
In fantasy,
You build a team. I don't care how I get there, but you build that team. All that it's about is building a championship squad. Who's
Yeah.
going to hold you down in those late weeks?
Yeah, I need
and that's
the
all
late
I care
weeks.
about because
That's why, because I traded Eckler, and odds are Gordon was coming back. Now Eckler was here. Now he's here. He's gonna be a second string now.
His stock's falling. I'll give you that.
And I got Julian
It is.
Edelman out of it too. So thank God they released
And
AB.
those are
'cause
system guys. Melvin Gordon,
Yeah.
Eckler, those
He's gonna get a workload, so I'm not worried about it.
Edelman system. Always gonna get that ball. He clicks with Brady like that. But yeah, we should jump into what you were gonna say.
Oh yeah, so I saw like a week ago, and this touches home because I wanted to see if we could clip it. I wanted to see what other people thought about it. If they did see it, look it up. There was a fashion designer. It was a big one. I don't think it was like Chanel or something, but it was well known, and they were on. I mean, it was a.
Could always look it up.
They were on runways, but they made hoodies with bullet holes in them, and wrote school like Columbine, and one of them was Sandy Hook. Now, being from Connecticut, we felt Sandy Hook probably... I mean, you know, we hear about school shootings in other states, and obviously it's a tragedy, but they don't hit you as hard as one where it's 20 minutes away.
20 minutes,
you know?
Even our local park.
So, yeah, when Sandy Hook happened, it was very, like, everybody got hit with that. Because I remember we even went to this the memorial and, you know, pay respects or whatever when it went down, but... I'm looking at the hoodie. I'm like, how? Okay, I get shock value, but like you're, in my opinion, disrespecting a whole. I don't want to say culture, but community of people.
Right.
You know, you're gonna. No, I'm not saying you're idolizing it, but you're making it so like, you know, everybody's like, oh, you're making the school shooters or the mass shooters famous because that's the like main goal, to get that media attention or whatever. I'm not gonna say it's their main goal, but in the back of their minds, I'm assuming that it's part of it. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, you really on a runway talking about. Oh, you're pulling it up right now?
Yeah, no, I'm
So the hoodies have like actual holes in them.
Right.
And I'm like, but as a parent, you're gonna see that. I mean, that's gotta be tenfold offensive. I mean, that's crazy to me. I mean, it's one thing to go back to Columbine, but like Sandy Hook was just 6 years ago, maybe.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, that's like, and you're talking about Sandy Hook where little kids in elementary school got slaughtered, like like terribly. I mean,
for me, I think
it's sickening to me. I don't know.
For me, I think it would be really crucial. I mean, I'm not gonna have time right now, especially with 30 minutes. But
yeah.
For me to look up the statements of the company or the fashion brand, whatever this is.
Yeah.
I want to see like what was their intent? You know. I just don't. That's just irresponsible.
You know, to me, it's for them to get on CNN.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you know, like this isn't something that they're like, nobody's gonna buy that, but it brought attention to the brand.
Oh,
and it's
a
like,
shit ton of attention.
And it's like, how low are you gonna go just to get that attention?
Right.
You know, and it's just like, to me, being from Connecticut and seeing that, I'm just like, dude, if I saw somebody wearing that, I might punch you in your mouth and take that from you, like, just cause. And I have no personal like attachment to that, but it's home. It's home. It's here.
Oh, absolutely,
you know?
Absolutely. Well, just
and you probably know, and I'm not saying personally spoke to, but you've seen like the first responders and their reactions to what they've seen, and I mean, like, I don't know. I just think you're offending.
Yeah, that's why I would definitely, like it says right here, this is a CNN article. Not that I always trust mainstream news, but like the CNN has contacted Destroy, that's the name of the company, for comment. Maybe they didn't get the comment yet. Was this recent? It
had to be like maybe 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
2-3 weeks
see,
ago.
Even that's what this does right here. It really depends on like what their intent was.
Yeah,
but.
See, my thing is, I don't think it's one of those, oh, we want to bring awareness, because everybody's aware.
Exactly.
Like,
because
we're all aware.
That's one route you could take, because that's the only way I could somewhat see you like wanting to do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
but don't do it with bullet holes in the hoodies.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to sell T-shirts and raise money for the families that did that? Okay, fine. But you're doing it with bullet holes in them.
Yeah,
like you're bugging.
Because if you're thinking clothing for something like Sandy Hook, you're thinking. You want something with like those kids' names.
Yeah,
you
want to respect.
That was my thing. Like you always wanna remember the victims.
Yeah, and that you're glorifying families. The shooter.
That's what I hate the most.
Yeah, you're not doing it tastefully.
When it comes to mainstream news and all that, it's always glorifying that.
Yeah,
and you give them a reason to want to be famous. Yeah, you know, it's
everybody wants to be famous, but
it's like that's like motivation. That's what I don't like about a lot of mainstream news, you know.
And that brings me, like, we live right by the school over here, and that's where, like, you know, 3rd, 5th grade. I see him out in recess, and I'm like, how could somebody go, and I don't want to get too dark here, but, like, how could somebody go and, like, do that to little kids?
Oh, absolutely.
It's almost one thing, like, oh, I was bullied in high school, and I snapped, but, like, you're just pure, like, sick. Like, real sick.
Yeah, well, we've talked about self-awareness, mental awareness before, and that's why it's so important. You know, if someone wants help, like they want therapy, like don't make fun of her wanting therapy or that, or like people have issues, man. Like mental illness, like that's I'm glad that's in our generation. That's like a real.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
It's a real thing. Like it's accepted.
Yeah, it's known. It's not like Like, oh, just get over it type
Or
of
like
thing.
what Logic did with that song.
Yeah, with the suicide helpline.
Yeah,
So,
and as successful as that song got, like, you're almost happy to see something like that.
Yeah, of course.
Rather
Because
than-
you don't hear, especially in hip hop, you don't really get that outlet.
Exactly. Some people
In
would
hip hop,
be
you
like,
gotta
"Oh,
be tough.
yeah,
You gotta be this. They gotta be that.
that
So.
and that, and you know, see is uncool." But for a song like that to actually hit the top of the charts,
Oh yeah,
you know,
it's definitely
you
special.
love to see that.
But yeah. And I just wanted to bring that. I just wanted to see what you thought about that because to me, when I saw that, it was
Yeah, that's something I want to definitely do more research on.
yeah.
For sure. Like, I want to see what this company's saying. What is their intent? Like, why are they doing that? Because I mean, like you said, like that hits home.
Yeah.
For where we are. It's not. This is actually different because I actually came prepared with shit to talk about today.
Word.
Like, I mean, for all you guys that listened to that hour-long episode,
Freestyle. And I heard I liked it though.
Yeah, that was actually pretty. That was pretty fun. Freestyle. Like, we didn't plan on doing an hour episode.
No.
It kind of just happened that way.
You just asked that question, and I was like, we're not gonna end it right here. We just had to keep it going. Plus, we missed a week anyway, so we'll hit the double episode.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna ask you this, a couple of things actually, but so what do you think about podcasting in general? Like, I was almost talking about this before about mainstream media.
Yep.
But what do you think about podcasting? Where is the direction of podcasting going itself? How is it affecting television, the radio, everything else that's going on?
I think it has to elevate everybody's game tenfold. Did you watch the Steven Tyler, Joe Rogan?
No, I didn't.
I've
been watching.
Steven Tyler. I actually wrote this down in my notes because I was actually it hit me mentally, and I was like, he said something like, "It's amazing that you could sit here and have this conversation with people, where back in the day you had a radio interview, and these were the questions, these are the answers. So it's like all publicity, but you could go into a podcast and have a normal conversation and see what people actually think." And get real views on different topics, not just music and like whatever. And I'm not saying just music, but like that's the example I'm gonna say. But like we could have this conversation and people are gonna listen. And there's no real guideline to what you could do in a podcast. But like now I listen to the Breakfast Club podcast where they do interviews and stuff like that live on radio, but they make it into a podcast and put it out there because that's how people are listening. And I think it's great. It makes the user it's so much easier to access. You don't have to be logged in or tuned in. You can listen to it whenever you want. So people are on flights, people are at the gym, and I think it just in this past year it elevated so much.
Yeah, it's fast growing every year. I was shocked before we started podcast, and I pulled up podcast stats and seeing how fast it's growing every day. And with the new generation coming up, I just think it's the most convenient way to do anything.
Oh, it is. Communication-wise, that's why I was like, you had the radio personalities. You had to be somebody like clean. You can't swear. You can't say fuck. Like we could do whatever we want.
Yeah,
and we have complete freedom on what we say.
Exactly. And that's why I like how a lot of the times we run improv with the podcast, and that's my favorite thing is that we're really just being ourselves.
Yeah, no,
100%. We could swear if we want. Like, we don't always gotta be professional.
Yeah,
we don't need like
fuck,
a professional
shit, bitch
background over here. Like,
yeah, no,
you know, like we're good.
We're just having a conversation, and I think it's dope because people could be involved in that conversation.
Absolutely. Yeah,
when you're on the radio, and I have personal experience. They'll have a conversation on the radio, but you have to call this number and hope they pick up just to get your opinion on it.
Yeah.
And again, it's always filtered because it's pre-recorded, and then they'll play it. Maybe they don't play it. You might have talked to them, and then they don't play it because it's all pre-recorded. Everything's and it's all delayed too. So like you could have said something, and they already chopped it out before it goes live anyway. So it's like it's more organic, I think, in my opinion.
Expressive for sure.
Yeah,
I would definitely say expressive, but I think you like hit home with accessibility, just in that sense too.
Easily,
you got the outlets. You got Instagram or Twitter or Facebook. Just leave a comment.
When was the last time you listened to the radio?
The radio? Almost never. Maybe once a week.
Never. I remember my phone died. I was at Costly. My phone died, and I couldn't play music in the car, so I listened to the radio, and I was like, "Wow, this shit is terrible."
Yeah, it's all laid out for you. Like that's one of my favorite things is always being able to listen to what you want to listen to or see what you want to see. That's what I love about the internet. And when I was talking about mainstream news, if If you watch like CNN or something on cable, that's fed to you. And then the commercials come after. Yep. It's all fed to you. You have to watch. Yeah, you could change the channels, but you have to watch that.
You don't have your own personal filter.
If you want to, you could be as smart as you want to be on the internet. You could listen to just informal podcasts. You can listen to comedy podcasts. You could do that. You have your own
personal filter on it. Even in the CNN app, you could go in and see what government, politics, this, that, and the third. How else do you say sports, anything like that.
That's why I'm so big with the internet and doing research. Like, I'm researching shit all day. Like, we were talking about this before, and I was like, everybody I admire, I hit Wikipedia. Like, I find out they're early. Wikipedia is usually the same typical layout for more successful people. Yeah. Like early years, early career, 1990, 80 till present, blah blah. You know what I'm saying? It goes in order. So I always like looking up the early years or digging up more research on someone I admire.
Which is dope because you know how they always say, "Don't meet your hero."
Don't meet your hero?
Yeah, have you ever heard that expression?
I'm familiar with it, but what does it mean to you?
So it's like, you look up to somebody, you think they're some way, and then when you meet them and they're not that way, it's like, kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's a disappointment. But, that's why, Jay-Z, obviously, for me, is, the number one guy that I would say I look up to. I would love to have a conversation with him, but I also don't. Because, that conversation doesn't go the way that I want it to, I might get, crushed. You know what I'm saying? If I was like, yo, this, that, and the third, ask him questions, he was like, you don't bother me or something.
Yeah.
But I always get, it's situational. Because I'll bring you to a video that I'll always remember. It was Busta Rhymes, and some chick was videotaping him, and she was like, oh, can we get an autograph? Can we get an autograph? And this, that, and the third. And he kind of, ignored her and, kept moving, and she was like, wow, you're an asshole. And he turned around and was like, yo, I gotta take a fucking shit. He was like, you want me to go over there and take a picture with you and shit on myself just so you can have a picture? I'm still a human. So I get that. And that always stuck with me because I was like, damn, my man had to take a shit. If I had to take a shit, I wouldn't want to be, bothered either. But, so it's always situational. But I don't look up to a lot of people like that. Very select few. I was in a meeting way back. I sat in on a meeting. I didn't have the meeting. I sat in on a meeting with 50, and these kids had prototypes for helmets, motorcycle helmets with his soul speakers in them, and he was kicking pure knowledge. And ever since that day, I was like, damn, 50. In my head, 50 was like a thug, and I'll kill you type of person. But my man is smart, super intelligent, and I don't want to say exactly what he said because I don't want to fuck it up. Because this was years ago, but I was in awe just by how this dude was talking, so I was like, that leveled me up. So I met that guy, and he leveled my vision on who he was. So I guess, it goes both ways.
I see. And even someone like 50 Cent, too. The rapper, but then he elevated to, business, entrepreneurship. We were talking about that, but
director. He just directed his own episode of Power.
Power, yeah. You start flooding those lanes a little bit because we were talking about that before when I asked you, what other rappers have liquors or
who started that movement?
50 Cent.
Because even French Montana has got stock in liquor. Yeah, but liquor lasts.
Right.
It always lasts, especially if you're in a developed brand like Ciroc.
Until the next prohibition.
But till the next prohibition. You know they're making tobacco 21 plus now.
Is that confirmed?
100%. Rite Aid already does it. They've been doing it for months.
Is that a state law?
I think it's state. I don't think it's nationwide.
Really?
Yeah. It's coming. Or if it's not already here, it's coming because I saw somebody post about it the other day. But I went into Rite Aid and then it says on the counter, tobacco products 21 and older have ID ready. You know how they always have we check under whatever. Yeah. It's 21 and older at Rite Aid.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I mean, it doesn't affect us, but
it doesn't. But I think I'm pretty indifferent to that. I don't have a strong stance on whether it's 18 or 21 because
it doesn't matter, bro. They're gonna get it either way.
It's gonna be accessible.
I mean, but it looks good for the politicians.
Yeah, exactly. But even Juul, I think you had to have your driver's license, but you can still order a Juul online.
Yeah.
And I remember I had someone ask me, and they're like, hey, could you just order this for me?
Yeah.
I never got around to actually doing it, but it was someone that wasn't old enough to get it, and they wanted me to get it for him.
It's just like one of those things where it's like if you go on a liquor website, let's say you went to Patron.com. It says, "Are you 21? Are you 21 over?" Yes. All right.
Yeah, that's it.
You could be 4, you could be 50. The
company itself.
They're not checking.
The company itself just covers their own ass.
Yeah, you entered yes, and so at that point forward, we have no obligation or responsibility because whatever.
But do they really care about the sale?
No. Oh, no, yeah. But I think the problem with Juul was that they marketed towards kids.
Well, they really did.
Yeah, no, they really did. Like, I guess with the flavors and shit, I don't really know them like that, so.
Mango.
Yeah,
and fruit medley. And,
yeah,
they had mint, tobacco, and that. Which the ones that didn't get banned.
Well, that's the thing. No kid's gonna be like, "Oh, I want a tobacco flavored Juul." Like
Hell
I'm saying,
no.
like a 14 or 15-year-old, they want that fruit medley shit.
Yeah, exactly, the mango shit.
But then that's where they get addicted to it.
But they jacked up the price of that shit.
Of course,
they made it less accessible. But you know what? Then they jacked up the price. If you want it in the store, you're gonna have to pay money for it.
Yeah, I never got into that. You were a big jeweler.
Big jeweler. Do I advocate it? No. Don't.
You don't do it anymore though.
No, because
you know how we got robbed out of jeweling? We walked out the bar. He was like, "I'm done with this." So me and Spence took his jewel apart and threw both the pod that way and the other thing that way. I don't even know what you call it.
Yeah.
Like the actual jewel.
Yeah.
And then ever since that day,
you gotta throw away the jewel, man. If anybody out there is jeweling, give it to someone. Just give it to someone. Say throw it out. If you're serious, you want to fucking quit. Don't tell yourself you're gonna quit tomorrow after this pack you buy. Don't do none of that.
Yeah, no,
give
just,
it to someone.
Just throw it out. I've done it because we went to Miami and kind of came back with a cigarette addiction. Shit, we went to Nashville and kind of came back with it too. Yeah. But like I already like quit and gave it up, so I'm not like worried about it.
Yeah.
So like if I have one here, have one there, I'm not worried because I already have that mentality where it's like I already got rid of it, so it's not like to me it's nothing.
See, we only have 3 minutes, but I'll talk. I was gonna talk about routine and shit. We'll probably talk about routine next week.
Yeah,
but I would talk about this for a little bit. Triggers. We talk about this all the time. When it comes to something like addiction, there's triggers. So if you take smoking for an example,
the car,
you smoke when you drive.
Yeah.
Same thing when I had a Juul. You're gonna smoke when you drive. For me, when I had a cup of coffee, and I picked up coffee in 2019, to be honest with you, but I would like to smoke a little bit while I have a cup of coffee. Is that
nicotine, caffeine? That should get you right, boy. And we're not advocating that.
No, it's a great combo.
And we're not advocating that.
But it's not sustainable for the rest of your life. Don't do it.
No. And even
addictive.
Me, I don't have coffee every day, but like sometimes you need it though. Like I'm not gonna say need it, but like it'll help. Like if I go into work and I had 4 hours of sleep, like I take one coffee, and I'm good to go.
Yep.
Like I even had this half a coffee, and my heart was beating on my chest.
Yeah.
But I think those nitro cold brews got a little bit more in them. Shout out to Starbucks.
That's why I like coffee. I don't have it every day, but I'll have it some days and just give me a good boost.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I'm getting the burps here from this beer.
100%. I'm surprised I didn't. This is actually really good, but I'm trying to like chill because we just had a just had a bingey for the whole weekend.
Oh, the wedding, yeah. Yeah, we were at a wedding.
Rob had a rough Sunday.
Rough Sunday.
Well,
the thing is too. We had a wedding. Shouts out to Dave and Amanda.
Congrats. They're in Greece right now. We're jealous.
A little bit. But, yeah, great time at the wedding. I mentally prepared myself. I was going to go off at the wedding, have a great time. Yeah. And we did.
And we did. And I told everybody I wasn't going to drink. You will see me on the dance floor 90% of the time. And, Rob, where was I?
On the dance floor.
That's it. Having a ball.
And all I could do
up.
All I could do is hype you up a little bit.
Yeah, no.
It was such a good time.
It was a good time. Shout out to weddings, man. Those are fun. They go way too quick.
It was way too fast, though. I came to this wedding with energy, too. Yeah, no. Oh, man.
I'm saying, we went to Dave's at 12.
Yeah.
And by the time we woke up in the hotel the next morning, I thought it was like 2 hours.
Oh, yeah. See, that was my biggest thing with this hotel. That's why I felt like ass on Sunday morning was because of my lack of sleep.
Yeah, you ain't get no bed.
I maybe slept for 1 hour.
Yeah.
And that's why I really felt like shit. Obviously, I was drinking.
Thank God we ain't had work on Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Take that Sunday out, baby. Happy October.
Happy October.
And we're out of here.
We're out.